Imagine standing in the middle of the Arizona desert. The air is dry, the sun is blazing, and the landscape stretches endlessly around you. But then, out of nowhere, you see it. A bridge that seems like it belongs in a completely different world. This isn't just any bridge, it's the legendary London Bridge, once spanning the River Thames in England. So, how did this historic landmark end up here, in the middle of the American Southwest? This is the incredible story of how a 19th century British engineering marvel was dismantled, transported across the Atlantic, and rebuilt stone by stone in Arizona. It's a tale of ambition, determination, and one man's dream to turn a quiet desert town into a global destination. The story begins in 1831, when London was a bustling city at the heart of the Industrial Revolution. The London Bridge we're talking about wasn't the first to span the River Thames. It was actually the latest in a long line of bridges, dating all the way back to Roman times. This version of the bridge was designed by John Rennie and completed by his son. It was a masterpiece of granite and engineering, stretching 928 feet across the river. For decades, the bridge served as a vital artery for London, carrying horse-drawn carts, pedestrians, and eventually motor vehicles. But by the mid-20th century, it was clear that the bridge was struggling to keep up with the demands of modern life. Its foundations were sinking unevenly, and the structure was no longer fit for purpose. A decision was made. It was time to replace the historic bridge with something more modern. But what do you do with a bridge that's so steeped in history? The answer came from an unexpected place, over 5,000 miles away in the Arizona desert. Enter Robert McCulloch, a man with a vision as vast as the desert he called home. McCulloch was a businessman and entrepreneur, known for his work in developing engines and chainsaws. But by the 1960s, he had turned his attention to real estate, founding a planned community called Lake Havasu City in Arizona. The town had potential. It was scenic, surrounded by the man-made Lake Havasu, but it lacked a defining feature, something that would put it on the map. That's when McCulloch heard about the London Bridge being put up for sale. To most people, the idea of buying and relocating a bridge from England to America sounded absurd. But to McCulloch, it was a golden opportunity. In 1968, he purchased the bridge for $2.46 million, beating out other bidders with his bold plan to make it the centerpiece of his desert city. For McCulloch, the London Bridge wasn't just a structure, it was a story, a symbol, and a way to transform his city into a global attraction. Once the deal was finalized, the real work began. The London Bridge had to be carefully dismantled, piece by piece, with each granite block meticulously numbered to ensure it could be reassembled correctly. There were over 10,000 blocks in total, weighing a staggering 22 million pounds. The process was painstaking, but it was the only way to preserve the bridge's historic integrity. The blocks were shipped from London to Long Beach, California, and from there, they were transported by truck to Arizona. The journey spanned over 5,400 miles and took months to complete. But McCulloch wasn't just moving a bridge, he was creating an experience. To give the bridge a proper setting, he had a canal dug through Lake Havasu City, allowing the bridge to span water just as it had in London. It was an audacious plan, and many doubted it would succeed. But McCulloch was determined to prove them wrong. Rebuilding the London Bridge in the Arizona desert wasn't just a logistical challenge. It was an engineering marvel. The original granite blocks were used as a facade, while the internal structure was reinforced with modern concrete to ensure it could handle contemporary traffic. Engineers worked tirelessly to maintain the bridge's historical appearance while upgrading it for modern use. The reconstruction took 3 years, and on October 10, 1971, the London Bridge was officially reopened in Lake Havasu City. It wasn't just a bridge, it was a spectacle, drawing visitors from around the world to see this incredible feat of engineering and imagination. Today, the London Bridge is more than just a historic structure. It's a cultural icon. Over 1 million people visit Lake Havasu City each year to walk across its historic stones, take boat tours under its arches, and learn about its fascinating journey from London to Arizona. The bridge has transformed Lake Havasu City into a thriving community, complete with shops, restaurants, and annual events that celebrate its unique heritage. It's a perfect blend of history and modern-day charm. One of the most persistent myths about the London Bridge is that Robert McCulloch thought he was buying the more famous Tower Bridge. But this isn't true. McCulloch knew exactly what he was purchasing. The London Bridge may not have the iconic towers, but it has its own rich history and charm. Another misconception is that the bridge was rebuilt exactly as it was in London. While the exterior stones are original, the internal structure was modernized to meet safety standards and support heavier traffic. The London Bridge in Lake Havasu City is more than just a piece of history. It's a testament to the power of vision and creativity. What started as a practical solution to a sinking bridge became a global phenomenon, connecting two very different parts of the world. It's a reminder that even the most unexpected ideas can lead to something extraordinary. So, the next time you find yourself in Arizona, take a stroll across the London Bridge and marvel at the journey it took to get there. Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey through history and engineering. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing stories of extreme builds. And let us know in the comments, what's the most surprising bridge you've ever visited? Until next time, keep building.